what are the business risks of skipping e-learning solutions? Be sure to check out my video where I discuss all the different aspects so that you can make an informed decision whether you want to include e-learning in your business or not. Hey everyone, how are you doing? Did you guys know that businesses that use e-learning tools tend to have a 25% increase within productivity? Crazy, right? But that's not all. The e-learning industry is booming, with predictions of 325 billion by 2026. Just think about it for a moment. E-learning is more than just a trend. It's becoming an essential part of how businesses train their teams. From startups to big companies, everyone's getting involved, and I completely understand why. First up, let's talk about the old school way of corporate training. Think outdated manuals and limited resources. Not so fun, right? Think being with a company that the only training they have is an 100 years old dusty manual, found you in the back shelf or in a library. But that's the reality, with businesses that don't have e-learning. And there's this whole issue about geography, employees being able to access from anywhere. For example, within the COVID pandemic, as you know, without these resources online, we would not have got far. Everyone was really making full use of it because, quite literally they had no choice. For example, whether you have a tough schedule, you're super busy, e-learning on the go is super powerful. And it's like about the one-size-fits-all approach. There's so many different learning styles, and being able to accommodate every single learning style is really hard. Traditional corporate training, doesn't accommodate all different types of learning styles. One thing that may work for one person might not work for another, and it's really hard to, find something for everyone. With AI, platforms tailor the needs of that specific person. Take LinkedIn Learning, for example. They are tracking each and every individual and seeing how they're progressing, and then adjusting the content according to their needs. Another great example is Udemy for Business. For example, they recommend courses depending on the individual's speed and pace, which is really useful because it just means that this would all be done manually, Now let's have a look at a standard seminar versus using e-learning. What are the differences, and what is so engaging in e-learning that potentially could not be in a seminar? For example, imagine sitting in a couple of hours of a seminar taking notes, or you can participate in some e-learning. You've got quizzes, interaction, real life scenarios, engagement, clicking buttons, getting involved. Now, which one do you think that people want to do? Maybe people want a blended learning. They want some seminars, also kind of face-to-face interaction, but then they want the e-learning alongside it. The point of the matter is, it's incorporated partially or fully in some way. Let's have a look at Duolingo for Business. For example, uses games and interactive exercises to make language learning fun for teams. And the great thing is as well on Duolingo, you can interact with others. You can see a leaderboard, get involved, and you can interact with colleagues online, which might not happen, in a traditional training. Platforms like Slack and Microsoft Teams are also really good to let you collaborate and help each other out on the training modules. It's like a virtual study group. So there's so many different elements you can look at. Let's have a look at delayed feedback. As you know, on eLearning, you can get instant feedback straight away from any kind of scenario or real life situation. For instance, platforms like TalentLMS is really good for getting feedback. TalentLMS provides immediate feedback on quizzes and assessments, helping employees understand their performance right away. Even with Articulate 360 Storyline, you can have immediate feedback. Anyone that is creating courses from scratch, I actually created a 10-minute course about how to create your first online course, which actually includes quizzes as well, and getting that immediate response. With eLearning, you can have continuous sessions and getting ongoing feedback, which I think people really enjoy. People want the feedback, and having it more instantly, of course, it really is effective. For example, with Google Classrooms for work offers continuous assessments and instant grading. It's really helpful, I think. Let's take the practical skills, real life simulations and real life activities. You're basically participating in it, but it's risk-free because you make the mistake, but you're corrected immediately. So then you know what you can do moving forwards. When that situation does happen, you've been corrected already. You can also develop soft skills, for example, communication and leadership. LinkedIn Learning is really good for that. Really helps you with leadership and communication skills, interactive scenarios, making it really, really engaging. Continuous learning is another important factor. With traditional learning, you may just have one onboarding training and then that's it for your whole, your whole contract or your whole employment. Whereas with e-learning, it's continuous. You're growing. You can be onboarded, let's say, with a traditional learning, and then you're continuously being educated, and your knowledge basically doesn't stop. IBM, one of the largest IT companies, uses e-learning for employee training. IBM offer a comprehensive range of technical training, education services designed to help individuals and organizations and optimize their IT skills. Having that e-learning to optimize their technical skills has really helped them grow within a company and the industry itself. Another thing is traditional learning can be super pricey. Travel, materials, getting time off. It can literally cost thousands. But e-learning platforms like Coursera for businesses offer courses for a fraction of the price. E-learning is often more affordable and offers a ton of resources. E-learning has great accessibility features as well for disabilities. For example, tools like Microsoft's Immersive Reader help employees with dyslexia, providing text-to-speech and grammar highlighting. For example, you can improve your focus on the text by changing font size, style, text and lines, spacing and background color as well. And digital skills are essential these days, and so many people are not able to have access to any type of training. Coming from a background of no technical, I think it's really, really important to have that e-learning available. For example, with AI, all over the place right now, it's really important that your employers at least are aware of it because they need to use it in some form or another. If there's no e-learning or training available for that, they will be clueless when it comes to that time. So we've covered a lot today. Not using e-learning means limited access, less personalization, and missed opportunities. Now think about how e-learning could benefit your business. I definitely feel like it could be worth exploring at least. Share your thoughts, guys. Comment below. I'd love to hear from you. That's it from me. Be sure to check out my other content. And if you did like the sound of this video, please give me a thumbs up. I hope I was able to help you guys in some way.